Hey guys, this is Jeremy, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about communication. Me and my wife were actually just put in charge of our premarital counseling, so a lot of different ideas are coming up for me in this conversation of how do we continue to do that better. And one of the things I've used in my counseling practice a lot is trying to be able to help people communicate better. And so this will work for marriage, it'll work for you communicating to your boss, or your as the boss communicating to your employees. It'll help you be a better parent, a better friend. And there's times when you get into a crisis situation, you're really struggling, you're trying to figure out how best to convey what you want to say. But it's not just what you want to say, it's trying to get past all the emotions that are in the conversation as well. Most of the time, when I hear conflicts that happen, especially in the counseling room, it's not just about what you're trying to talk about. The argument starts as, why in the world did you not get the clothes in the hamper? Why can you not put the cash in the cash register correctly? But then it goes way beyond that. It goes towards a sense of pride, of dignity, of feeling respected. It goes towards feeling ashamed, guilty, angry, and all these different things that may have nothing to do with the actual conversation. So for me, just simply recognizing not only how best to communicate to someone, but recognizing that sometimes we are using our emotions as well as our words. So this is a really quick demonstration on something like this, and if this is something you think would be great for you, I actually encourage you guys to go talk to a counselor, whether it's a marriage counselor or career counselor or whatever it is. So you start off with one person goes into the conversation and says, okay, here's what I have to say. The second person is not allowed to interrupt at any time in the conversation. You need to say what you need to say. If you're like me, I know I love to start talking, but whenever I'm communicating with my wife, I say half the stuff out loud and I say the other half in my head. And it's really frustrating for her in that process because I don't get all the words out that I'm trying to talk to her. She's gotten really good at recognizing that that's the case, and so she can help compensate that process. Make sure you're saying what you need to say, not just tiptoeing around the conversation, not just trying to come at it at a different angle. Just say what you want to say. Second person needs to be actively listening in the process. When I say actively listening, it means not trying to fix it, because I think a lot of people try to fix the situation as they're listening and they totally miss what the person is saying, and that's really difficult for communication. You're not going to get a good communication process out of that. So just listen. For me, that means I'm listening and then there's an awkward pregnant pause right afterwards, but I've heard what they needed to say and we can address the process. The third step is the person that was listening needs to then reflect what you heard them say. And it always starts out with, what I heard you say was ... And I don't want you to parrot it back to them. And I also want you to make sure that you leave your own insecurities, your own thoughts out of it. You'll get your turn to communicate, but you just simply reflect, here's what I heard you say. And then the fourth step is the person that was talking either confirms what the person was saying, or they try to correct what the person had said and try to add in details or fix whatever the process was. And then you switch sides. And it's amazing how awkward this is, but how effective it is in this process. And so what I would encourage you guys is try this. In a very crisis situation, when you're talking, but you're not necessarily talking about whatever it is that you were supposed to be talking about, you're actually just having an argument for the sake of an argument. Communicate this. Here's what I'm feeling, here's what I'm thinking. The other person gets to be heard, and then then you get to switch sides and you get to actually say what you want to say in that process as well. It's amazing how effective this is, and it doesn't have to happen every time because it is so awkward. But when you feel like you're not being heard, when you feel like you're not actually hearing the person because of emotions, that's the perfect time to be able to do something like that. So I encourage you guys, practice it, see how it works for you guys. Leave you guys comments down below if you guys have tried something like that, or if you know something else that really works for you as far as communication. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.